Chapter 15. Late one night, Okei was awakened by strange noises. She listened to the night sounds and did not like what she heard. Someone was in one of the fields, and she sensed there was trouble. She heard Matsu leave the house, so she dressed quickly and followed him. He was moving fast toward the sounds of laughter, eerie laughter. The moon was full, giving light, and Okei followed him easily up the hill behind the house. When they reached the end of the mulberry trees, where a row of bushes separated the trees from the tea plants, he stopped so fast that she almost bumped into him. She came up beside him, peered through the bushes, and saw nothing. The beautiful tea plants were gone. Her heart raced. This was not possible. The entire field of tea plants had disappeared. Her head swiveled back and forth, eyes searching, seeking. Then she realized the plants were not gone. They had been smashed. She felt the burning heat of rage. Yesterday there were rows of healthy-looking tea plants in this field. Now there was just a mess of trampled leaves and branches. Laughter again. Where was it coming from? She knew the reason for the laughter now, but who was doing it? The only person she could see was Matsu. He had made no sound. Was he made of steel, like the blade of his sword? Before she could say anything, he motioned for her to remain quiet. They stayed crouched down behind the bushes, not moving. Okei heard voices coming closer. 3 men walked right past them. Okei recognized them as the miners, and she quickly stopped herself from making any sound. "That was a good job," said one of the miners. "Yeah," said another. "That's a right fine mess." And they laughed and then kicked out at the trodden plants. 2 of them walked away, but the third man, Lockjaw, stayed behind, gloating over the damage. Matsu slowly drew his wakizashi and quietly came up behind the miner. He reached around and pressed the sharp edge of the sword firmly against the man's throat. Okei saw the quiver of fear that flowed through Lockjaw as Matsu spoke into his ear. "You are an evil man, and you have harmed us twice, but you will not do it again. If you hurt us again, you will be gone. Do you know what I mean by gone?" He waited until Lockjaw nodded. "Do not think your friends can hurt us either. This whole town would like to be rid of all 3 of you." Matsu slowly released his hold on the miner and watched him stumble toward the creek. "May this be the end of our problems with you," he said. His steel-black eyes followed the direction Lockjaw had taken. "Sayonara, Lockjaw." Matsu sheathed his sword and looked at the broken plants. He stood there, not speaking for a moment. Then he bent down and picked up a few of the damaged leaves. He clenched his jaw and spoke slowly. "The workers will have to clean up this field and replant anything that can be salvaged. Tomorrow's sun will not bring happiness to Schnell-san and the workers." Matsu threw the broken leaves away and turned back to Okei. She was sure she saw anger in his face, but his words said otherwise. "Okei, we cannot allow Haragatatsu, deep anger, to fill our minds. We must follow forward thoughts, not backward anger." She knew those were samurai words. She looked at him. Not be angry? There was meanness behind the act, and she was furious. She said nothing. Why should she not be angry? They had all worked hard to make this farm a success. She followed Matsu back to the house, stomping steadily along, each firm step reminding her of the trodden plants. She thought of the gardeners and how horror-stricken they would be when they saw the field the next day, and then she began to feel sad. Still, she was not samurai, and it would not be easy for her to replace anger with good thoughts. She gritted her teeth, let out a deep breath, and said hopefully, "Sayonara, Lockjaw."